There's been anime that has ruined great manga, but then there are anime that took inspiration from the source material and brought them into new heights in terms of quality and execution. Hey everyone, I'm Dalt. Today, we are going to see 10 anime that are way better than their manga counterparts, and what's so good about them. Without waiting, let's dive right in. Let's start with number 10, K-On!
Yo!
Cute girls doing cute things, and it becomes bundled with music? Who the hell would reject such a masterpiece? But let me remind you that the original K-On! Manga cannot be associated with such a flashy introduction. For one, you cannot play the music inside a manga. And two, it's better to hear these cute girls speak rather than watching weirdly shaped dialogue boxes. The K-On! Anime surpassed the manga when it gave better characterization to these characters, and also used voice acting and music to build up that favorite slice of life background.
Damn, what is that, bro?
The anime writers gave characters more personality, and characters like Yui Hirisawa, who were lazy and boring in the manga, turned more active in the anime since she loved playing the guitar and worked on improving her grades. Number 9. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. It's JoJo, everyone's favorite meme material, and the most bizarre anime you'll ever watch. But let's not forget how that bizarre nature evolved. The voice acting...
Hey, you. Finally awake. You were trying to cross the border.
The weird animation styles, the facial expressions, the new character designs, all that contributed to make JoJo a unique masterpiece. But the manga, on the other hand, only served as a basic structure to develop these elements. It still had witty comedy and over-bombastic dialogue, but we simply cannot see the JoJo story as a bizarre adventure without all the improvements the anime staff made. And the anime also managed to increase the pacing of the story without harming the source material. So, to conclude, the JoJo anime is a perfect step up from the manga, and something pretty worth your time. Number 8. Initial D. Do you feel the deja vu? Do you remember how much adrenaline the anime packed with those street races? Watching the Initial D anime and then moving on to the manga is like reading a Fast and Furious picture book after watching the movies. Cars drag racing on empty streets, drifting on bends, and all that mixing in with that beautiful soundtrack. Come on, you know you cannot get the same hype with the still images. The anime perfectly knew how to put you in the driving seat and give you the adrenaline-packed rush whenever there was a race. I don't know the secret formula behind that feeling, but the manga never came close to giving off that same hype. And admit it, you can still recite those soundtracks by heart. Number 7. Lupin 3. No, we're not speaking of the Netflix Lupin. We're here to speak about the master thief who has responsibility issues. Even though the anime character was someone who everyone loves, the manga version of him needed a lot of improvement. In the manga, he appears as a ruthless thief who only cares about the riches. So a couple of women and children died due to his actions? The manga Lupin can easily shrug that off. The anime also gave more personality to other characters. It made Jigen more badass, and Fujiko more sexy and alluring. In the manga, these amazing characters fell off flat. There was a huge difference in the art styles as well, but we cannot blame that. The manga started way back in the 1960s after all. Number 6. Hunter x Hunter. No, before you kill me, I know that the author of the manga has given us some amazing arcs like the Chimera Ant arc, but they wouldn't be so epic if it wasn't for the amazing execution of the anime. The music, the animation, the character designs, and even the pacing all contributed to improve the anime a lot from the manga. Now, before you get confused, we're speaking of the 2011 version of the Hunter x Hunter, which is definitely one of the best shonen anime up to date. It managed to keep a consistent level of quality, and even managed to improve the manga's art style and action scenes. And let's not forget the animation. The voice acting, the pacing, and basically everything helped to make the Chimera Ant arc one of the best shonen arcs of all time. Number 5. Jujutsu Kaisen. Studio Mappa. The ones who use CGI for Titans and Sakuga animation for evil spirits. Okay, we're just kidding. We know they didn't have enough production time for the Attack on Titan seasons, but the same wasn't the case with Jujutsu Kaisen. The studio had more time, and even the season was split into 2 different cores, giving the staff ample time to refine the manga and give it the justice it deserves. As a result, the fight scenes had superb animation quality, and those soundtracks plus the opening and ending themes managed to make the first season of Jujutsu Kaisen something truly memorable. The manga helped build a lot of those tropes and characters, but it was the anime that brought these things to life and helped to skyrocket the popularity of the manga. Number 4. Mob Psycho. If anyone saw one's art style, they'll think it was drawn by a 5-year-old with a lot of creativity. Even though the art style was improved over the years, it was very mediocre when he started. But then the anime studios took over the work, and oh boy, he turned both of his manga into world-class animation masterpieces. The characters' designs rocked, the fight scenes managed to beat a lot of the top 10 charts, and even the characters got more personality. The anime also managed to execute many of its emotional scenes perfectly, and the whole personality of Mob was improved to make his character more realistic and believable. This is like the best anime glow-up of the decade. Number 3. One Punch Man. Admit it, One Punch Man is way more popular than any one of One's other works. It almost reached the level of Attack on Titan back when it was released, but the original source material still looked like a children's drawing book, despite having one of the best stories ever told. This parody anime wouldn't reach skyrocketing levels of popularity if it wasn't for the Madhouse studio. They improved the fight scenes, added a soundtrack that gave you eargasms, and made the villains more intimidating and realistic. One look at the Saitama and Geno's fight from the original webcomic, and the anime is enough to tell you how much of an improvement Madhouse gave for our bald man and his crewmates. Number 2. Gintama. What makes or breaks a comedy series? Animation? Characters? Yeah, those should be good too. But when speaking of anime, what matters the most is the voice acting. And boy, the voice actors of Gintama are not just voice actors, they are legends. The anime can show a still image of a character for a whole minute, and the voice actors will still make us laugh. The Gintama manga had a lot of great moments and characters, but none of them wouldn't come to life if it wasn't for the amazing voice acting in the anime. It gave the characters more personality, and even made the most boring jokes extra funny. Trust me, if it wasn't for the voice actors, Gintama wouldn't be Gintama. And to top it all, number 1, Attack on Titan. Isayama Sensei may be the master of plot twists and foreshadowing, but his art sucked when he first started the manga. Even though the art has improved a lot. I mean, a lot. The first few arcs of the manga were sometimes only line art. Then, WIT Studio took on the project and turned it into a visual spectacle. Anyone who has seen Eren's first fight with the female Titan, or Levi acting like the world's most dangerous fidget spinner, knows how much work the animators put into improving the quality of the show. And Levi vs Beast Titan, Levi vs Kenny Squad, remember the choreography of those fight scenes? I'll stop there, because that's enough to prove the point. So there goes 10 anime that are way better than the manga. And just because the manga is bad, don't disrespect their original creators, folks, because if the manga didn't exist, then the anime wouldn't either. If you want to see more top 10 videos like this, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and ring the bell notification for updates. That's it for today, weebs, and I'll see you in the next video.